My name is Christine Lai, and I'm the founder of Special Education Legal Fund. Today, we're going to talk about the very first step in the special education journey. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table late at night staring at your child's homework, the homework they've been struggling with for hours, the homework they've been crying over. You know your child is trying, but something's not working. And the hardest part? You're not sure where to turn to for help. Many parents experience this moment, a realization that their child may need more support in school than they're currently receiving. Today, I want to talk to you about what happens next. Most parents don't realize this, but the law already gives them a powerful role in their child's education. Under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, schools are required to identify and evaluate students who may have disabilities that affect their learning. This responsibility is called child find. But here's the key point. Parents do not need to wait for the school to act first. Parents can start the process themselves. This process begins with something called a referral for special education. The referral asks the school to evaluate your child to determine whether or not they need specialized support. And sometimes that single step changes everything. Many people assume that referrals can only come from teachers or school administrators, but that's not true. A referral can also be initiated by parents, guardians, custodial grandparents, school counselors, social workers. In other words, you, the parent, do not have to wait for permission to advocate for your child. So when can a child start to receive support? Special education services typically begin at age 3 and continue through high school graduation or the age of 22. For children younger than 3, services can be provided through early intervention programs. In New York, this is known as EI, or early intervention. In Connecticut, this is called birth to 3. This means support can begin much earlier than many families realize, and early support often leads to better outcomes. When parents decide to make a referral, there is one critical step. Put it in writing. Send an email to the school, usually the teacher, principal, or assistant principal, clearly stating your child's name and grade, that you're requesting a special education referral, and that you are requesting an IEP planning meeting. This written request becomes part of the official record and ensures that the school responds appropriately. This may sound simple, but this email often becomes the turning point. So what happens after the referral? After the referral is submitted, the school schedules a meeting. In Connecticut, this is known as a PPT meeting, a planning and placement team meeting. In New York, this is called a CSE, or Committee on Special Education meeting. This meeting, the IEP meeting, brings together teachers, school administrators, and specialists, along with parents. And this is important. Parents are not just attendees. They are members of the team, essential members of the team. Together, this group reviews information about the child and decides whether a comprehensive evaluation is necessary. This meeting cannot be simply skipped or dismissed because it is a required part of the process. Walking into that first meeting can feel intimidating. So how do I prepare? If you do prepare, it makes a huge difference. Parents can bring valuable information, such as work samples from school, test results, observations about emotional or social concerns, reports from doctors or outside specialists, and finally, a written parent statement. A written parent statement describing your concerns is an incredibly powerful and incredibly helpful document. Not only does writing it down ensure that you don't forget everything or anything, but it can help make sure that your statement is coherent and covers everything that you want to cover. The written statement also becomes part of your student's record and documents all of your concerns exactly the way you want. These pieces help create a fuller picture of the child's learning experience. And sometimes, almost all the time, the parent's perspective is the most important data point of all. So what happens during this meeting? During the meeting, the team is going to review everything. Teachers may discuss academic performance, parents will share observations and concerns, and together, the team decides between two possibilities. The first is that they decline to conduct an evaluation, or the second is to conduct a full, comprehensive individual evaluation to assess the child's needs. If an evaluation is recommended, parents must give written consent before the testing begins. Another important tip for this meeting, parents can choose to record it as long as they inform the team beforehand. Documentation protects everyone and helps ensure clarity later. After the meeting, within a few days, the school will send parents documentation summarizing the meeting. Parents should read this very carefully and follow up in writing with questions, concerns, or corrections, especially if something is missing or incorrect. Follow up in writing because the written record matters, and advocacy often lives in the details. For many families, navigating special education can feel overwhelming. That moment on the kitchen table, the one where you realize that your child may need more help than the school's providing, can feel lonely. There are unfamiliar terms, there are legal processes, there are meetings that can feel intimidating. But the goal of the system is simple: to make sure every child has access to an education that works for them. And the most powerful advocates in that process are often the parents sitting at the table. Thank you.